Sometimes things happen that are out of your control. However, using omega-3 fatty acids for looking after bones, muscles and joints in your body is within your control. Ouch! Have you ever put your back out at a time when you weren't expecting it and at a time that's most inconvenient? I'm sure you've got a story or two to tell, especially if a little bit of embarrassment is involved. But it still leaves the problem of getting your back or shoulder or neck or whatever your painful problem is to be fixed. In this video, you'll discover how professionals such as osteopaths, chiropractors, physiotherapists and others help get your body back into balance, and how omega-3 fatty acids are an essential element in helping you get your immediate problem fixed, and also to ensure your body's health and well-being is brought back into balance to ensure further mishaps don't happen as often or ideally at all again. Before then, consider getting an ongoing collection of news, reports, resources and courses on various health and wellness issues linked or connected with omega-3 fatty acids. To do so, it's very easy. Just take a moment to subscribe and then click the grey bell icon so you don't miss out on future uploads. And watch this video to the very end, where you'll gain access to a special report that'll put a smile back on your face. So here's the first video in a series of videos entitled Omega-3 Fatty Acids, looking after bones, muscles and joints. And if you're an osteopath, chiropractor, a physiotherapist or any other health, fitness and wellness professional that has a responsibility for ensuring your clients are able to live a life with full pain-free mobility, then omega-3 fatty acids can help play a big part in helping you achieve that. According to Andrew Taylor Still, the founder of Osteopathy, he set out 4 basic principles of osteopathy that form the basis of osteopathic philosophy and thinking, and which influence the decisions made in diagnosing and treating patient symptoms as follows. Number 1. The body is a unit. The whole body is greater than the sum of its parts, with each part affecting each and every other part of the body. Number 2. Structure and function are reciprocally interrelated. The body is an integration of a person's structure, anatomy, and function, physiology. If the structure of the body is compromised through overuse, injuries, or a chronic problem, for example, the function will be adversely affected in terms of pain, stiffness, instability, etc., and vice versa. Number 3. The body is its own medicine chest. The body is usually able to resolve nearly all but the most serious of conditions by removing restrictive barriers and enabling their own healing mechanisms to be stimulated and supported. And number 4. The role of the artery is supreme. Healing requires a good blood supply to provide the necessary immune support and nutrients. Now, this last point is key as to how omega-3 fatty acids play a role in the health of your bones, muscles and joints, as will become apparent during this video and the other videos in this series. So please continue watching to the end, where you will also get access to a special report to download that covers each of the 4 basic principles of osteopathy. One interesting point I want to highlight here is that Andrew Taylor Still lived through the Victorian era, and I will be referring to this time period later on in this video and in the other videos in this series, as it plays a significant part in what we now know about the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids and how our lifestyle and diet has evolved since that time up to today. So, taking each of these 4 principles separately, let's see how omega-3 fatty acids can help your and your clients' musculoskeletal problems. Number 1. The body is a unit. Because the whole body is greater than the sum of its parts, with each part affecting each and every other part of the body, so does omega-3 fatty acids impact on every cell in your body, including your bones, muscles and joints. Omega-3 fatty acids are not produced by our body, so we have to obtain them from our diet, hence the reason why they're called essential fatty acids. My understanding is that there are about 200 types of musculoskeletal problems we can suffer with, And to a lesser or greater degree, chronic inflammation is an issue which impacts on every part of your body, including all musculoskeletal aspects. Unfortunately, in extreme cases, many joints will require to be replaced, and worryingly, the numbers of knee and hip and I suspect shoulder replacements are increasing at an alarming rate. This is principally caused by changes in our diet and lifestyle, which, as an example, highlights how an ever-increasing problem of obesity is putting too much strain on the joints. Both have a negative impact on cartilages and the whole joint functions. Chronic inflammation affects joints in the same way that it affects any aspect of tissue in your body, including your blood system and internal organs. Fortunately, your joints respond in the same way to omega-3 fatty acids and polyphenols, which are antioxidants that work in conjunction with the omega-3s. Arthritic conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, gout and fibromyalgia have been shown to respond to omega-3 fatty acids and other anti-inflammatory nutrients. And these essential acids and nutrients are a big part of Mediterranean type diets that include oily fish, seasonal vegetables and fruit, and nuts, seeds and beans, plus olive oil. Various studies of the Mediterranean diet have taken place over the years on joint symptoms, and improvements in pain and mobility have been noted. In particular, oily cold water fish high in omega-3 fatty acids such as wild salmon, anchovies, mackerel and sardines, together with olive oil and polyphenols, have a significant effect on inflammation, thereby helping to reduce joint problems and cartilage damage. Some studies have shown the polyphenols in olive oil to act against inflammatory and tissue damaging enzymes. To put into perspective the magnitude of arthritic related problems, about a quarter of the population of the US, that is about 60 million people, are diagnosed, and this is estimated to continue increasing. So, why are omega-3 fatty acids so important to our physical structure and well-being? In simple terms, omega-3 fatty acids are one critical part that determine the level of your cellular health. The other critical part is omega-6 fatty acids. Basically, if you get the omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio of your cellular health in the right ratio or balance, then your body helps to keep chronic inflammation in check. Here's some key points to remember. 1. We get our omega-3s and 6s from our diet. Your body does not naturally produce them. That is one reason why they are called essential fatty acids. 2. Our omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio should be, according to the World Health Organization, 4:1 or less. Science recommends a ratio of 3:1 or less. 3. From a database of about 600,000 dry blood spot tests undertaken by the world's leading laboratory responsible for these tests, about 97% of the world's population is well in excess of the 3:1 ratio. 4. To give you an idea of how out of balance the ratios are around the world, consider these alarming average ratios. 15:1 in the UK and Northern Europe, 21:1 in Australia, 25:1 in North America, and 20:1 for vegans. Basically, the higher the imbalance, the higher incidence of chronic inflammation in your body. 5. The reason for this massive imbalance is your diet. We now eat a processed diet where the natural goodness such as nutrients, minerals and vitamins are significantly reduced or removed altogether and replaced with preservatives and colourings and addictive sugars to help improve the taste, for example. So, you effectively eat man-made food. In the UK, about 60% of your diet is made up of processed food, full of inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. 6. Now compare this with 75 to 100 years ago and beyond, when most of our food was provided by Mother Nature, seasonal vegetables and fruits, and fresh meat and fish. So, what we have, and what health, fitness and wellness practitioners work within, is an environment of unhealthy people. But let's take it one step further, because the question remains as to how does this omega-6 to omega-3 imbalance affect our health, especially our bones, muscles and joints. 1. Firstly, omega-6s are inflammatory fatty acids, whilst omega-3s are anti-inflammatory fatty acids. 2. Your body needs omega-6s to help fight off viruses and repair damaged tissues when we cut or bruise ourselves and tear muscles and joints. 3. Your body also needs the omega-3s to keep the omega-6s in check to ensure the inflammation, that is the redness and soreness in and on our body, doesn't get out of hand and become infected. 4. So in this sense, the omega-6s are like the accelerator of a car, whilst the omega-3s are the brake. 5. Now, when your cellular health is out of balance to the extent of those average ratios mentioned earlier, that is 15:1 and above. By the way, it's not unusual to see readings of 40:1 and above. Over a period of years and decades, your body falls into disrepair because the chronic inflammation is out of control. Also, as an aside, children of today are returning results in excess of the average ratios referred to earlier. What are we doing to our children's health that will subject them to a life of ill health? So, with chronic inflammation being out of control, is like a number of raging fires that break out in various parts of your body, in the form of diabetes, rheumatism, cardiovascular disease, osteoarthritis, fibromyalgia, dementia, periodontal disease, dentists take note, and the list goes on. Now do you see how omega-3 fatty acids play a vital role in helping people keep their chronic inflammation in check, thereby minimising the risk of those ailments commonly seen and dealt with by osteopaths, chiropractors and so on. This brings us on to the second principle of osteopathy, being that the structure and function of the body is reciprocally interrelated, which will be shared in the next video. To begin the journey of getting your cellular health back into balance and your chronic inflammation under control, click on the URL link in the description box below this video. Complete the short questionnaire and then hit the start button. Finally, don't forget to click on the special report link in the description box below this video to get access to omega-3 fatty acids, the missing solution to your bone, muscle and joint pain. And now, here's the boring but very essential bit. Kindly note, the content of this video does not constitute medical advice in any shape or form and has been created for passive informational purposes only. End of boring but very essential bit. Many thanks for watching this video. In the meantime, and until the next video is released, bye for now.